And I pressed record.
I know. Once again, we had this whole thing worked out beforehand, and you couldn't even honor the terms of our
Dude,
agreement, sir.
I'm gonna.
You know
I don't know
what?
if you've ever
Don't
noticed.
defend
This
yourself.
is much longer. This is almost howling level length, but dude, I sleep
What
with the
fantasy world
fucking
do you live in?
my
If
blanket
that's how.
in like it curls up in. Anyways, go ahead. This is a podcast.
No, no. We're getting into it now. Welcome to YAG. We don't have a guest because I was going to dispel some rumors this episode. Johnny and I met up for the first time last weekend before last.
IRL, man, in real
Yeah,
life.
it was
Finally got to
fantastic.
fucking hug each
Um,
other.
the rumors are true. We can't stand each other, so we said hi and then never talked till I believe you left on Sunday, where I shook your hand again. But no, I'm just kidding.
No,
I
you didn't
hate
even
to
get up that morning, if I remember correctly.
bullshit.
Mhm.
Woken up early, like crying like a baby back bitch. Benny was too cute. I forgot that you were going with him. The
The only thing was is that morning howling, just so you know, I had to there might have been dew footprints walking to the neighbor's yard to pick up the poop he pooped in their front fucking yard. I'm like,
that
God
was
fucking
howling.
damn
He
it, dude.
really
And
wanted
he
to
lives
get
in
one
an
over.
HOA type community. I was like, fucking son of a bitch.
He
So
li-
I'm like
he
looking
lives
through
in a
my truck. I
suburban
find a
neighborhood.
fucking grocery bag because by the way, in New York, we don't have fucking plastic grocery bags anymore. So while I was in fucking La La Land, it was nice to have a fucking grocery bag. So I grab one and fucking nice hot steamy pile of this is fucking delicious. Walk
It was
back
a
to the
little uncalled for you to smear it on Howling's windows, but I do
No, that
enjoy the
was I
parting gifts.
left it I left it I left it in Sam's fucking tote of goodies.
Oh, good.
I'm
That's
pretty sure
wonderful.
he's gonna make a new fucking hot sauce with it.
That's why he stopped talking to us. It's very strange. No, all these in jokes that no one get. Let's get into it. I'm gonna briefly recap this historic YAG meetup. I won't go into too much detail about Alabrije's pop up because one, he's not here, and I think he did a wonderful job on cultivation, conversation, talking about it. So
Quite much.
go
Very good.
listen to that episode. So I'm gonna cover the stuff that nobody has talked about because they weren't fucking there. Well, Captain was, which is fair, but I was just making. I'm gonna still do it because fuck it, it was our shit. I was
This
just
your
like, wait a
your
second, he was
perspective.
there and
This
stuff.
is what yeah,
Yeah,
nobody's
yeah.
heard like we're podcasters. They want to hear from your perspective, of course,
I
man. Let's
highly doubt that, but they're going to be subjected to it anyway. So I got on a plane early Thursday morning. I believe I boarded at like 7. Flew out of Orange County, John Wayne Airport.
That's immediately like when
One of
you
the best. Yeah, I know.
landed that
He's the best.
morning, man.
He's the
I
best
that
actor of
was
all time. I agree.
jealousy
Huh?
sunk in so hard when you
Oh, dude.
landed though, and you were with fucking Howling and then Estonia. I was like, fuck, man. God damn it.
It was a very pleasant surprise because it was a surprise to me what day I flew out. Like I was given the tickets for my birthday present in May, right? Everybody
Hell yeah.
contributed. Yeah, it was really nice. I have a great family.
That's awesome.
Um, and I saw the tickets and I was like, "Oh, Thursday, that's dope." Because I was told if I didn't, I would have picked the shortest time because I would just work too much. Like they had to force me to take more time out. So I didn't
Yeah.
leave till Monday too. Now, granted, they were both early flights, but it was fantastic, except for I got onto the runway and immediately they were like, "Oh no, there's some kind of damage that we're getting inspected right now. We hope it's within a certain tolerance so that we can still take off and shit." And I'm going, man, I mean, I don't know if this might come as a shocker, but I don't like being in small enclosed spaces with
Yeah.
strangers for very long. And particularly this flight was full of Packer fans for whatever reason. And they were boastfully celebrating the Micah Parsons trade that my Dallas Cowboys had made. So
Yay,
that was
baseball.
it's very funny. You never get tired of those sports ball jokes as a sports fan. They were quite wonderful people, and then they drank an incredible amount in a short time, which was far more impressive than anything else. But we landed safely, got off the airplane within seconds. Howling had pulled up in literally the shaggin' wagon
Shag and
You know
wag.
that guy's getting mass amounts of poon when he drives that thing because it's got auto doors.
Was
It's
that the
anyhow.
caravan looking thing in the driveway?
Yeah, dude.
All
It
right,
was sick. Yeah,
my
dude. I'm telling you.
man.
And it's in a nice like beige color, which
And
is
he has
always
the audacity to pick on Subarus?
well, to be fair, that minivan is sweet. As an owner of a former minivan, they are by far the superior vehicle choice.
I just
But
like, I can't get over the soccer mom vibes, dude.
well, he needs it for his coaching. He does a lot of soccer coaching, I'm assuming, based on the vehicle choice.
I
But
got
no, I should talk it. It was a great car. He picked me up in within seconds, right? I should have finished his story because I said all these
Don't
negative
worry, I'm
things
gonna
about
sit
his
shit
vehicle.
on Stoney's truck too.
Oh, don't even. I get to compliment that too. So, anywho, Zolby, I get picked up from the airport, and Howling's like, "Here, I got you this wonderful brown bag of multiple choices that he was like, you can choose what you want." I believe there was a dark car. I can't say that word. Dark car haze.
The car?
Jesus, the car. Thank
Car.
you, Christ Almighty. That Scottish bastard does not care about us with stutters. I will say.
No.
Um, and there was a few nugs and a pre-roll of everything. There was black bourbon. There was his Night Owl Tester, his Durban or his Hippie Slayer by Durban Poison. I'm forgetting one, and he's gonna be mad at me, but who gives a shit? There was a Tangy Rainbows cross in there. Can't remember too. Any of it. All of these wonderfully packaged, and we stop at this beautiful kind of nature reserve with water, which is something I haven't seen freshwater in my entire life. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a wonderful pond and like beautiful green trees, and I got to burn a couple immediately after landing, which immediately welcomed and set the vibe for the rest of the weekend, which I can say was wonderful. So then we waited for Stoney to get off of his shift. He's doing that whole work release thing. So he gets about 20 minutes where he can come say hi before he reports back to the penitentiary. And we wanted to say, no, I'm just kidding. We were waiting for him to get off his work. So ironically enough, Howling could transfer me like the toddler that I am to my other parent going through a divorce and take me to
Dude, that
Stoney's
is
house.
so
Cause
the way I would that's such
yeah,
the vibes I was getting too. Like, all right, who's gonna watch him next?
I know. And it was, as someone who very rarely gets to just float without thinking about anything, it was a wonderful experience to be able to just be like, I'm going wherever you tell me to go. And I'm going to smoke this J at this beautiful like nature preserve. Although I will just say, as a resident of SoCal, discovering as you're walking through the forest that massive amounts of mosquitoes start attacking you is not something that I am used to. And so all of a sudden we were getting attacked, and I'm like, oh, this is unusual for me. So that was taking some used to. I had to put on like
No
socks and
mosquitoes
like
around there, huh?
shoes. Well, we have so little nature that we had and so many suburban like suburbia housing tracks just cut into what used to be nature that they spray to keep mosquitoes down. And all kinds of stuff. They drop stuff from airplanes, all kinds of fun stuff.
They do. There's a fucking the Cicero Swamp in fucking central New York here. It's called the Cicero Swamp. There's like West Nile found in that, so they just fucking dump all sorts of poisons all over the. It's like you
Ye-
motherfuckers need to
we
learn
do,
about
yeah, yeah.
bacteria.
We do get West Nile case. We do have mosquitoes, don't get me wrong, but we do not have the vast amounts just because they have such little. We don't get a lot of standing water. Almost the majority of standing water you get would be residential. Um, and so it's like you get
Yeah,
pockets of issues.
got
So
it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And plus we get a lot of invasive. I think we have a new invasive mosquito because of our ports, which is also super fun.
yeah.
This got
All the
sidetracked,
shit
but
constantly.
I get
One
driven to
world order.
yeah, yeah. I get driven to Stoney's house, and he has this wonderful property. It was amazing to see. He
Dude,
he
that was
showed
fun.
me off. One of my favorite things about meeting people in their area is seeing their growth space, how they do things, their approach to like we all in on this podcast grow organically. We all do it differently. our setups are all entirely different, and it's really cool to see. So seeing behind Stoney's brain was both awe-inspiring, amazing, and also incredibly terrifying to see how some people can be so well organized. Like, it's just foreign to me, right? Like, I don't have that kind
Yeah,
of brain. So
no.
seeing it, and it makes sense as a chef, right? Like, you just see that and you're like, well, I mean, that explains why you get good results, but it's a change I refuse to make. But yeah, I got to see his spot. He has this beautiful porch where I will say that I spent the majority of my time at his house was sitting under that porch, staring out at quite a beautiful spot he's got, and it fits him very well. So the first night, it was just Stoney and I and his brother. He was preparing what would turn out to be dinner the next night, doing all the pre-chefy shit, and even that smelled fantastic. So I was able to stay supplied because of howling the first night, and then I woke up the next day, got started where I got left off, right? Really, really got into it. But I got greeted by my dear friend Too Tall, who I can now say not only would I easily beat the shit out of that son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. The first thought that I saw when I saw that dude was, oh, he's too tall. Like, he's a big dude all around,
I
but he's
said the
just
same
too
thing. I was
tall.
like, "Oh, I get it now. I get
Yeah.
it. It's not
Yeah.
Tootle."
No, it's yeah, he's too tall. And we went to breakfast. It was a wonderful date. I treated him to a big buffet of food so that he wouldn't hurt me later in the day. Um, I,
I
I
actually saw that Flam had to take it out at the end, so it's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
The
didn't see the results though, and I haven't heard much from either one of them since, so it's kinda weird.
Flam hasn't spoken to us. I think he might have made the ultimate sacrifice on our behalf, and he's still angry that we refused to cover his hospital bills. But my dear friend, come on. I'm just kidding. So we had a wonderful breakfast. We went and we waited, or we went back to his hotel, Yagtel, as it became later known. So many wonderful dudes stayed up there by Stoney's house in Elgin with that great hotel. And we chilled for a little bit. I was gifted a Too Tall shirt finally that I would show off me wearing right now, but that would be a lie. I'm not wearing anything. Um, but after that, we went back to Stoney's where we were greeted by Matt Frat's wife, who is a wonderful person, both great people. I finally got to meet Badger, which was a wonderful experience. Jay Saw, and I will never get that right, even though he has told me multiple times. Um, and I'm having a brain fart if there was anyone else at that moment. But then everybody else started rolling in after that point. At some point, you got there, which was one of by far the greatest of immediate reliefs to me was when you got out of the car. You immediately were like, hold on, I got to piss, which I was like, fantastic. Johnny is exactly who I need him to be.
Yeah, yeah, it's like,
And
yeah, I'm coming, man. Like I see
give me a
everybody,
second.
hi. Yeah, that's my dog. Meet him first. I gotta piss, man. I have to piss
Well,
so fucking bad, and I just ran to the fucking bushes. The fucking
and
mind you, when I have to piss that bad when I get home too, it's like also anywhere I am when I'm at home, I
no,
fucking
we
piss
know
where I have to piss.
it's
So
why you're on so many lists in so many cities, man. They keep you away from the children
I
for a
have to
reason.
remind myself not to fucking piss in the places I have to fucking piss. It's like
That is very
sometimes
funny. I think out here you might get shot. It depends on how busy the police are that particular day.
I've
That's how
seen your
terrible we are.
fucking security cameras behind your fucking shop. I'm pretty sure I'm good.
That's true. That's true. Santa Ana, you can do anything. But
Also, yeah, you guys have like a catch and release program. Like, oh,
I
we
was gonna
got you,
say,
you
yeah,
little bastard. We'll get you
they
again.
won't even. They're starting to not even catch at this point. They're like, "What's the point?" Um,
Yeah.
the the underside there, though, as after you were excited, I got to finally meet Captain Otto Flower in person, who you had ridden with, and so I'll let you touch on that when you get a second. But it was fantastic. Both two people that I consider friends. It was wonderful. We got to drive around together, eat some lunches together, have some great food. That night we had everybody come out that was wanted to. I it was it was a wonderful night, man. I talked to so many great people about so many great things. I made some. I won't get into everybody's names because I'll forget someone and then I'll be offended for them, and I don't want to start that kind of self hate tonight. So I'm going to keep it bland with. If you were there, you know that I very much appreciate it, and I'm very much a big fan of you as a person, and I consider your friendship an honor. Stoney slayed with his food. I think you agree there. We ate your duck,
I'm
which was
pretty
a
sure.
fucking noble
Yeah.
sacrifice, which was some deep spiritual connection that we all now have to forever have with each other. It was I couldn't think of a better way to do it. I wish like I think the problem is being addressed for next year. It would have been far better if we were all in the same area the whole time, because like I
Yeah.
wanted to do a game night and we weren't able
There
to
was
because
too
there
much
was so much shit
separation.
going
Yeah,
on.
man.
Yeah,
Like
there was
there
too
was
much
so many
separation.
fucking different fucking like
You can't blame anyone for not driving a fucking hour out of their way to go to a
yeah.
party, right? Like
Unique
I would
fucking
not have
situation,
expected
man.
to. Yeah, yeah. So next year we're gonna do it better. We're all gonna be in the same area so we can fuck around and go to which
Dude, I
area ever
love
area
the
we want.
fucking camping idea, man. Like,
Yeah, it'll be
dude,
dope as
I
shit.
loved it when I fucking Sony was like, there's plenty of room. It's like, nah, man. I got this fucking tent because like I want to be able to just fucking roll up, pop the motherfucker, and be in my space too. But like, you know what I mean? Like, dude,
Yeah,
it was
dude.
so fucking awesome for me because it was like I had my space and comfort, like in a fucking travel form. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man, and
Like,
it worked out, and we got up the next day. We just hung out for a bit, did kind of relax. Finally, got our shit together. Went and ate lunch and attended Alabrie's pop up, as previously Jesus, Chris, as previously mentioned. Go listen to Captain and G3 talk about the experience. They summed it up well. We were with Captain, so you can assume our experience was very similar.
yeah,
um, the aftermath of which we went to Howlings, which I got to stay an additional day. I can't tell you how great of an experience it was. I got to spend time with him and his boy. Wonderful people. His wife is truly a funny, awesome person. I can't wait to spend more time with him. Howling has a great fucking house, dude. He put me up in a great room and shit with my own private bathroom. My apartment ain't got that level of comfort. And he was
that's
all
it.
kept apologizing, much in his humble Midwestern way too. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the least I could do. And I was like, motherfucker, this is better than the digs I pay too much money for. But his family is wonderful. I got to see his grow room. I got to see where the magic happens. I got to smoke his weed. I've seen his weed. He's a fantastic grower, and now he can't keep fucking lying to us, which is the greatest point. Because if he can stop that self sabotage, we'll be in a greater place. And I finally had to fly home, which was a bummer. I was an emotional wreck on the inside saying goodbye to Johnny, who was been one of my best friends for going on almost it's just over 3 years now. Meeting him in person and him being the person that he is was wonderful. There was a genuine quality to every person that I met in the community, right? Like these people are people I truly love. And so leaving sucked, but we're all better for it. Some of the highlights I think include all of the food, everybody trying, everybody's doing cannabis, all of the edibles, everybody meeting everybody. To me, one of the immediate benefits is when I got back with some of Alabrie's gummies, Megan started trying it to go to bed, and her sleep's improved, man. The first night she took a larger dosage than she needs, and so she had a giggly, fun night. And now she's taken half of that and getting to bed great. So like that was an immediate one. But I mean, just having more friendship or like more quality time with your friends, of course, is the big. Now, that's all I got to say on the matter. I love everybody. I don't want to torture the people that weren't able to come. I will say, if you're ever on the fence about it, please do everything you can to go. It is well worthwhile. If you think you're not going to have fun, I promise you, you will. And as long as Yag does something, and I know Yag and Alabrije will always be doing something, we're going to make you feel as welcome as possible. That's just something that Johnny and I try to do. So give it a shot.
Dude, dude, I didn't fucking no, I didn't.
Yes, you did, you
I
son of
didn't
a
try to
bitch.
make anybody feel
Don't try
anything.
and pretend.
Like, no.
Whatever. Everybody met you. This is the biggest thing that I take away is now all you motherfuckers who are too humble to say how great you are can't fucking lie no more because everyone's met you. They'll call you on your bullshit, right? Now that I've done that rudely, I do want to say, my dear friend, do you have any anything to add? Like your ride with Captain was wonderful. It's great to have met him on a deeper level.
Dude, so excuse me.
No, you're good.
Um, I I originally reached out and said, "Hey man, there's a extra seat in my fucking truck if it's easier for you to get to my house. I think everybody's coming here. Get to my house and fucking ride the rest of the way with us." Um, it ended up happening like what made more sense because he would he would have to take the whole 12-hour drive back to my house and then drive the other way back to his house. So what we did was we met kinda like what made sense halfway, which ended up being like Cleveland area, so we could drop his truck. Uh, and I fucking started like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna find like a a safe place to fucking wreck my car out or whatever." So I'm like, "Cool." Um, not thinking anything of it or whatever, and I started like looking one day, and turns out somewhere in fucking Cleveland is the A Christmas Story house. Uh, now, I think if you've never heard an episode of this show around Christmas time, you probably don't realize how
Oh, no,
much
everyone knows you're a Grinch, you
yours
son
true.
of a
Okay,
bitch.
I get that. Yeah, okay.
Everyone knows.
So the only thing that ever gets me out of that fucking mood is it's like I love A Christmas Story fucking movie, so I
It
get
is one of
out
the
of
best.
fucking bed to the Christmas tree with the kids opening the presents and, watch
Talking
that
like me.
fucking movie, man, like a glass of fucking eggnog in the morning, watching fucking, A Christmas you'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Your heart
Like,
grows a little percentage every time you watch that movie. It's a
yeah,
fantastic movie. Christmas Eve to me is the marathon of A Christmas Story, right? On I think it's TBS. Like,
TBS, yep.
yeah, fuck that. That I know it hasn't always been around because I can remember a time when that wasn't the case, but I very much remember they'd play it a few times, right? At least twice a night or something in the build up. But once it became nonstop on Christmas Eve, dude, if I'm ever not feeling the Christmas story, which does or the Christmas mood, which does happen, Megan and I are two adults, right? We don't have kids. It's a lot harder. I'll throw that movie on, dude. We're making Christmas cookies and shit. She's going, Chris, I don't want to make cookies. I'm like, get in the kitchen, motherfucker. You make some goddamn more cookies. I'm selling it. Anyhow, don't need to get into how I pay bills. But yeah, you went
We don't
so
wanna get
sorry,
into
I
how I
interrupted.
pay bills.
Yeah, exactly. We love A Christmas Story around here. And you got the opportunity through random searching apparently, which I love. It's
So,
so
no,
rad.
so not only that is I jokingly like, I have never fucking I don't know Captain enough to know whether he would find that to be cool. Has he ever seen the movie or whatever? And so I sent it to him as a joke. I said, "We could meet up here," laughing my ass off. He's like, "Totally fucking down." I was like, "Wait, are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I love that movie, man. You'll shoot your eye out, kid." I was like, "That's fucking hilarious." So no bullshit, like I pull up to the motherfucker, like, to the house or whatever, and it's, like, packed in like, this is Cleveland, man, like, downtown Cleveland, like, this house is fucking Cleveland. Uh, and I'm a fucking country boy, man, and a veteran, so, like, when I'm rolling through a fucking city, it's in a big fucking vehicle, and there's some shit going down, right? Like, or I'm in and out to get there and fucking get out. I hate fucking city traffic. I hate city driving.
Crowds
So,
aren't generally your cup of tea, no.
dude, I was like itching at the bit and I got my dog. So I pulled up and I parked like down the road. I was like, I think I see the house or whatever. And so I fucking text him I'm like, I think I'm here, man. And he goes, I think I see you come down farther. And I was like, all right. So I fucking go down farther and there's like legit parking. And turns out it's not like they only operate this shit during the fucking Christmas season. Dude, there's a fucking tour you can take. You can give yourself a tour, you can take a tour. Mind you, we haven't been arrested yet, and I'll fucking tell you. So, yeah, no, I'll tell you that right now. So, we got tickets. We're like, fuck it. He goes, we got some time, man. He's like, you want to fucking take the tour or go inside and fucking, I was like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, fuck yeah, man. I'm down. Like, let's do it. Cause I was out front taking a picture with the fucking leg statue and shit. So that's
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, we go inside, we take all the, so we don't go inside. We go online to, there's you got to scan the fucking, it's so irritating. You know, every tourist is like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
confused with all the shit. So
It's
we
chaos.
fucking, we go online, we pay the tickets, and it's a guided tour ticket thing that we got, man. Uh, and we get to, it was like, wait a minute, we can, there's a, you could self tour this motherfucker. How do we self tour? Uh, we never figured out how to self tour, but because we got the guided tour, we just assumed we could self tour. So we found a way into the house and just like kind of went to the cameras like we paid, like we do have tickets, and then we walked around fucking touring ourselves rather than getting the fucking and
Time out. I want to hear the story, but I do have to interject. Of all the crimes that you and I committed personally that weekend, the thing you were worried about was that you paid for a guided tour and took a self tour. I think
yeah.
they were just happy with the money, brother.
No, I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried for real. I was just
I
like,
know.
but there
I'm
was
just
like there
messing.
was nobody around, so it was like seriously, I was like, dude, are like I don't like what
A tour of
alarms are
two.
going off and shit. It was like, no, probably most people are not gonna come damage this shit because this is like nostalgic to a lot of fucking people, man. Like, who wants to be the guy to bum out that type of shit?
I'll be honest, Johnny. I love you to death, and not much would ever get me to stop doing anything with you. But if I found out that you vandalized the Christmas Story house for no reason, I'd be like, damn, I got to cancel this
Anybody,
shit.
dude, like you'd be worse
Yeah.
than that fucking Karen who stole the ball from that dude who
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
caught that.
That
You
fucking
see that
Phillies fan.
shit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fitting for that city.
Yeah.
Take that, Captain.
Fuck it. But yeah. So that was how like now I've talked to Cat before too, multiple fucking times. I've been on his show, he's been on ours. Like I um you don't really know like I don't like you and I we fucking talk enough like outside of fucking Discord, outside of
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like general chat or whatever. Like we have fucking private conversations daily almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
we
don't
are
have to worry
actual
about it,
friends,
what
so
you
it
yeah.
wasn't really fucking weird for us to fucking meet each other and be like, "Yeah, no shit."
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. As long as you're
um,
exactly what you think of when you, like, you get there and you're like, "Oh, okay, yeah." There's not a difference in personality because
but
you
yeah,
do meet
like
some
I've
people that are fucking super talkative online, and then in real life, they don't fucking say anything, and you're like, "Okay, I get it." Like, some people's anxiety is that big of a bitch.
yeah. So like I've had enough interactions with Captain. I was comfortable. I wasn't gonna be like too fucking awkward on the drive and shit or whatever, but it was just like you know what I mean? Like, how fucking weird is this
Yeah,
fucking
you never know
trip
if you're
back and
gonna
forth
jive
gonna
with
be?
someone.
Like, exactly, but, like, no, it was exactly what it was. Him and I were both having a fucking blast. It was exactly who he was that I expected him to be, and I'm pretty sure he felt the same way. The shittiest part was the fucking drive home was
Oh, yeah,
he
that
got
poor dude.
fucking sick from his, what is it, CHS or whatever, like, over consumed over the fucking weekend, and
It
like a
was
trooper,
harsh.
he was like, "I I kinda figured it was gonna happen." I was like, "Bravo, Cat."
Dude,
Like,
we
bravo.
went hard, man.
So,
We were
yeah.
nonstop. Like, there was so much to sample in so very little time. No, you know what? My impression of Captain was truly something that I will always take to heart. Like at one point we were driving somewhere and he mentioned, he goes, "Yeah, man, it feels like back in high school when you drive around smoking
Yeah.
weed." I was like, "That's exactly what it fucking feels like, man."
Didn't we
Like
fucking put on
those
some
memories
like
are rare.
90s fucking rock to
Yeah.
just fucking laugh at too?
Well, and then you always have to remember how much older we are than when we were there, but you're like, yeah, it feels exactly the same, but like it's nice not having to also stress about fucking shit because it's like we're all adults. But no, it was truly a wonderful time. I interrupted you again, but it was the ride back was a bit of a bummer, but all in all, I think it was such a rewarding experience. Truthfully,
Yeah,
I will
dude.
say I was disappointed to meet G3 and how short she is. It's just you cannot. It's a surprise, really. No, I'm just kidding. She's like the same height as Megan. She was a wonderful person. To no one's surprise.
You made the short list of the pictures she had taken.
It's because I
So
forced it, dude. Do you know what really upsets me too? Is the picture looks like I pulled a hover hand, and I fucking didn't. I would never hover hand fucking G3. Like she's one of our all-time leading guests on our podcast. I give her shit constantly. I wouldn't hold my hand out like a fucking weird dude. Anyhow, yes, I made the list of getting a picture with her because I'm bigger than her and I threatened to throw her.
I saw it. Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't get enough
Um,
pictures. Everyone bemoans, but I'm very. We got some good ones. At least I have photogenic proof. Photogenic. I have photographic proof that I do indeed have friends. So when Megan's like, "Shut up, you don't have friends," I'm like, "Mm-hmm."
yeah. Yeah.
Send help. She bullies me. Um, yeah. So I think. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we get into some stuff so that we're not alienating everybody?
Yeah, nah, man. We fucking went half hour deep on this shit. Let's
I
move
know.
on.
I feel bad, but like I said, everybody truthfully knows how I feel about them. If they don't, then I love you by default. Anyhow, we've got some breaking news on Johnny's Grow Life network here. We interrupt whatever programming normally would be. This is exciting news.
So
Summer is
weird because
officially
I
set.
feel like I know we were gonna talk about it and shit. Now I'm feeling like the anxiety of it. Anxiety of
Dude,
like
I have rubbed off
actually.
my shitty vocalization to you. You're starting to stutter like me, man.
Yeah, we're having a night, man. We're having a night.
It's okay. Now, let's talk about that. You should not have any anxiety. You were excited to
Uh,
start. Let's ride that feeling. By the way, my advice to ignore your anxiety is shitty advice. I realize, but let's ride the good. Let's ride the high.
so all right. The reality of the fucking situation is my wife's fucking office, her work from home office is downstairs in the basement. And especially like when the wood stove isn't running down there, it's damp and shit down there, man. I don't want her down there. So with having brought two of my tents, one of the 4x4s and 2x4s over to my buddy's house who's on solar, um I want her office up here in the fucking lounge, man. Like there's space, man. I want to just make some adjustments, but I got to like rearrange my grow space and actually get it back online. And like man, just I anybody who's not looking like anybody who doesn't watch, you could just see like that tent is brown, is as brown as it looks, and that light is as actually brown as it is, man. That's dust and shit. Like there's cobwebs. Look, there's fucking plants hanging still that gotta get fucking thrown away and shit. Like, man, like look how fucking dirty that felt. That thing
If
was
you were a
white.
cannabis plant, that would look like the most intimidating place ever. Look at all those bodies scattered across the remains of their holding cells.
Yeah, like
Okay, so let's start. We're starting to get into the negative. I don't want to get into the negative. Let's ride the positive, brother.
so the
What's going to be the
positive
final
is
count? What's going to be the final count on tents? How many are you going to keep and do?
I'm gonna get my so I need to get the the propagation tent, the little one up. You know, I got that small, the 2x4 or whatever, the half 2x4.
Yeah, the clone tent.
Yeah. Um, boy, these fucking allergies are really bad today. I'm sorry if I sound really annoying, everybody. I'm sorry for the, but I got really stuffy for some reason. There's something in the air today that is like fucking
Driving you
crushing me.
gnarly.
Anyways, yeah. So I'm sorry I'm really nasally. Else also go fuck yourselves.
I was gonna say, don't apologize to the.
So no, I got to get the prop set going again. For sure, because it's got the aqua fucking pot things. You know what I mean, with the tray to grow. Um,
Yeah, the
and then I
autopot
got
tray to
the
grow.
auto pot. Yeah, aqua pot.
Aquapot,
Uh,
Aquaman.
yeah, whatever.
I got
I'll,
you, dude.
um, dude, every fucking podcast on the planet sponsored by Adam. Every fucking YouTube planet on the
They
fucking
know him.
podcast is
Yeah.
sponsored. But you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Uh, and then I'm gonna run the full size 2x2, the 2x4, the Gorilla, because that's taller, man. So because
Yeah,
I
it's a
run
7-footer, right?
full lights at the top of the tent, and it just works out. Like the lights heated up. It just works out for me that
It's a great
way.
system. Yeah.
Um, with
Great
that taller tent,
microclimate,
and
they would
it's
say.
that taller tent, man. I love it. That's the only reason I got that, because I've got so much more fucking height, and I had to get one because all the other ones were knifed. But then I got this other 4x4. I'm just gonna fucking like scoot. But so all of these fucking tents were venting into my attic.
Yes.
Uh, it's such a bad idea. To do
You
that,
vent
man.
him
After
outside.
talking, like, as much as I've talked to professionals about attic venting and shit, and I had the right idea, but times change with the idea and thinking and shit that we learn. So having a big ass exhaust fan trying to suck all the shit out of your attic isn't the way to do it. You want it to come in through your soffix and out through your ridge vent. I have a big fucking fan on the side of my house, and my fucking gable end just sucking any humid air. So I have it set to a humidity range. So if it's humid, it's gonna suck that humid air out. Whatever. I need to get rid of that, and I'm gonna get rid of the carbon filters.
Okay.
And
You just
just
don't give a shit
exhaust
about your
right
neighbors.
outside. No.
Well, it's legal. What are they gonna?
Yeah, it should, like, so what, a couple of months you might have to fucking smell it if the breeze is going your way every once in a while. I don't think it travels that far past an acre. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure you have to pull in the driveway to smell it.
Well, that's smart. You save yourself some
We'll
money.
see. Yeah, like, the only thing is bug transfer back and forth through the fan.
Oh,
So I've got to have some sort of screening or netting or
one way.
something.
You need like a
Uh,
one-way system so
I'm
that they.
the fan would at least at a minimum have to constantly run, like it could
Yeah.
never shut off, which I don't like to run my shit without my fan being able to shut off. So I do have like a sock thing that I found on like fucking Etsy or something that, like, it's almost like, think of stockings. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody remembers what stockings are, but like not Christmas stockings, but
Couldn't
like,
you put right before you exhaust out, at the very least, couldn't you exhaust it out of like a HEPA filter?
yeah, I would just have to do it like inline, because like I'm literally talking about taking the fucking vent and attaching it to a fucking, like, a dryer flap on the outside of a house. You've seen those, right? Like,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like
have
you
one. So
could.
like my fucking this is literally attached to one of those. So if you're watching, this is a fucking AC Infinity fan that I just turn on to exhaust the smoke out. The only reason I attached the carbon filter is so nothing can fucking fly back in.
Yeah.
Like, that thing is so old. I've had it. I don't
Yeah, it
even
works
know
as
if
a
it's
block.
fucking like how much the fan struggles. I have to run at full fucking speed to even suck anything out because
Well,
it's so
dude,
fucking
take
old and dirty at this point.
if you drill out those rivets and get some self-tapping screws, you can clean it out,
I have
recharge it with their
yo,
some
those aren't even rivets on this one. I just looked and those are fucking Phillips head screws.
Oh, dude, you're halfway there. They're pretty easy to fucking refill at that point. The hardest thing is just
No
drilling
shit.
the rivets out.
Yeah, that's not even riveted. No shit,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
isn't. Am I wrong? No, those
I
are
don't
two
know.
fucking screws. Those aren't rivets.
The camera ain't near. Yeah, it looks like I can't say shit from here, dude. I was gonna say it
I
looks like a
can't
Yag
either.
fucking
That
nailed
looks
to
like
a
a yeah.
wall.
I nailed it.
Speaking of Johnny, before we get further, we need to have a talk about a T-shirt that you and Judas ruined. That thing cost me $1,500, dude. Um, what you gonna do? No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, you drew dicks on a
Did you
meaningful
like?
share that.
Would you expect anything less?
No, no, it's
I
become
think
even men.
somebody said at one point, Padre said no dicks on my T-shirt.
I said, don't be immature. This is super meaningful for me. I've spent all year preparing for this moment. I even packed it on a flight. Um, this fabric I chose years ago for this exact moment.
Have you never signed anyone's yearbook?
Of course, I signed people's yearbook.
There
Of
shouldn't there
course,
be
people
at
ask me
least
to.
a
Why would you
dick?
bring that up, man? No, I didn't expect anything more from my dear friends. I'm not heartbroken and will forever hate you a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. But what I was the reason I bring that up is because I was legitimately working on a place to record and turn on my camera from time to time. As the reason I don't do it now is because I record in bed
In bed.
like a professional.
And now
Um,
you have a dick.
yes, and so
You
now I
can
will have
nail to the
dicks in the
wall.
background, which is just at this point peak. Aren't we trying to not
All right,
get
dude, I'll tell
fucking
you what.
banned immediately
I'll
on
tell you what.
shit?
If you if Judas can make it to fucking Maine,
Judas
I'll
is coming to
bring
Maine
this
whether he likes it or
T-shirt.
not.
I'll bring this T-shirt and draw a dick for him on this one.
Why would I, as someone who is very sentimental, encourage destruction because my thing was broken? I want less ruined things in the world, not more. No, I'm kidding. I'm drawing like 6 or 7 dicks, motherfucker. Um, I'm
Uh,
not better than any of the degens hang out with. The
actually, that would be kind of dope. Now that I'm stealing your idea, dude.
You
Not
wouldn't
that
be
it
the
hasn't been
first.
done before, and I'll
I
do
was
it
gonna say.
again.
But it's
But
okay because remember, we stand on the shoulder of giants. All of our ideas are stolen from someone else. There's no real and original ideas.
no, that is true. And I'm also there's a fucking spider putting in work, bro.
That is interesting. Let us get back to at hand the subject. I missed putting that. So in an actual structure of a sentence, that
So,
should have gone. Let's get back at hand to this. No, I fucked that
all
up again.
right.
Let's get back to the subject at hand. Christ Almighty.
I am at void of so remember when I said I'll get back to shitting on Sony's truck and I'm circling
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
that one.
Jesus, what? How good. I was gonna say
uh
so.
it's I was gonna pick on it and just say it was smaller than mine. I actually love his fucking truck, man. It's a fucking and he's got it decked out exactly like how I would have it. Dope ass color and shit too. Whatever. It was cool having my truck right behind it and popping the fucking tent. It looked like they would have been fucking because him and his significant other like bicyclists and shit now and fucking like
Cyclist, yeah,
mountain
they're
climbers and fucking shout out tetrahydrocyclist, right?
what's infuriating about Stoney and his partner, by the way, she is. Wonderful. One of the great joys of that trip. but they're
Shout out
so good
Howling and
together. It's
fucking Stoney's partners. They were very
I know, both
accommodating
great
and very
people.
fucking like we were all up in their spaces and shit, and they fucking had a ball the entire time. So thank
What
you
is
all, both of you, for being welcoming. I hope you guys relate that because I'm pretty sure they don't listen to this bullshit. So
absolutely not. They don't give a shit.
um,
But I will
yeah.
say, they were not only wonderful, but they are far too good for their partner. So I do not understand the logic of them females. But yes, they were annoying how fucking active and like, oh, I did this awesome thing last week, and then next week I'm gonna do this epic fucking bike race where I also fight off hordes of zombies or some shit. They're infuriating people.
Um.
So you have a 4x4 and a 2x4.
So and oh yeah. So my truck took a
Sorry,
shit.
I was
So that's
probably
the
gonna.
fucking best part of that is
I was
my I
telling
got
you what we're
all the
on.
way from central New York
Yeah.
to motherfucking Chicago, uh, and back. And I would say void of any mechanical issues. Um and I go to fucking work literally that Monday morning, and I text Jess and I said, "Babe, my truck is like chugging."
Chugging.
Yeah, she goes, "Fucking great. What does that mean?" I go, "I don't know. It's like I get to a point and it fucking goes like it's fucking got water in the fucking gas or whatever it kind of felt like." And uh it would and then I started noticing and when it would happen or whatever, and it was like kept happening at the same point kind of deal. And then the next it was like fucking Thursday. Mind you, Ganic had the same fucking issue with like the same year truck, I think, and the same make and model type shit. So uh the fucking I'm going like Thursday morning, I think it was after the event. I'm going fucking I'm not even 7 minutes away from my house at this point, like, going up a hill, and the truck just goes, "Whoa," as I'm trying to
Uh-oh.
yeah, I let off the gas, and then I give it a little more gas, and it, like, fucking kinda slammed into gear and goes up the fucking hill, and, uh, I try to fucking give it some more, and it kept, like, popping in and out until it finally, like, was like, just fucking every time I hit the gas, there was no matter what I did, I was like, fuck. So I coasted down and like I'm in my hometown basically at this point because I don't quite live in my hometown, but like I have to drive through it to get to work. So I pulled off in this fucking farmer's shit and parked it. And I called Jess. I said, "Babe, you got to come get me." She goes, "What the fuck, James? Are you serious?" I was like, "I'm not. I'm serious. The fucking truck just took a shit, babe." Uh, she goes, "All right." So I go to the farmer. I was like, "Hey, I'll come back with a buddy. He's gonna fucking we'll grab our trailers and shit. I'll get it out of here by the end of the day." Uh, so I don't have like at that point I grabbed my fucking Honda Civic and I'm like, "All right, bitch, you're up." So I put some fucking fresh tires on it. Like I had them sitting there. So I had to go swap the fucking tires out and get it registered and inspected really fucking quickly, but that was the cheapest route out of this fucking problem while I sit there with the fucking truck. So I need to get my grow going with like zero money. I got to kind of look through the fucking shit here cuz
Well, my friend, are you
yeah,
in for good news?
yeah.
Because, as you know, I am a penny pitching cheap some bitch.
Yeah,
And
so
I
like
have started a series called Penny Pinching with Rev.
penny pitching with Rev.
Episode 2 is in the works. I'm doing something with Howling for lights and shit so I can get that bagged out. But I will touch on all subjects with you, Johnny, because we're going on this journey together. Not all tonight. We don't have enough time tonight. We bullshitted too long, but that's fantastic. This gives us future content. Think of
Fil-
me as a content producer. I'm totally kidding.
But yeah, no, I gotta get the shit
So
cleaned.
what do you got
Like
on?
that's
Yeah, let's
my
start
biggest
there.
fucking concern is
You
like
got to
I gotta
move
get the shit
everything.
cleaned. I'm gonna try and not to have to run filters, so I gotta get like an exhaust vent is probably the cheapest way. Actually, those are probably cheaper than carbon filters. So and or the carbon to replace them.
Yeah, yeah. Fair
Uh,
point.
and then like cleaning the inside and the outside. Like they all need it. They've been down for a while. The
You got
last
to get
time I
everything
opened this
hydrated.
tent, like 400 fucking houseflies flew out at me.
Generally a
Um,
good sign.
well,
At
there
least they
was
weren't
a tangy
bats.
there was a tangy plant in there. So
Yeah,
like
they were smelling that sugar.
the flap, I left the flap open. Uh, I don't know how they even got in. But they found their way, like, they must have they flew into the through the fucking zipper being open somehow. Like, I know
They're
it's
very
open,
good at their
like, I say
job.
somehow, but, like, yeah, like, they all flew in there, and I opened it up, and it was like, "Holy fuck, why?" Because like, I had like, there's no entry in other than leaving that open, and I was like, "Alright, whatever." I sound fucking stupid. Uh
Well,
there's
what
no
are
reason for them, what I'm
yeah.
saying, like, they weren't trying to get into the house. They didn't, like, come in through the outside is what I was saying. There's, like, impossible because that was my first thought, like, did they get in through what I'm trying to do? But no, there's, like, a carbon filter, there's, uh there's the fan, and I have one of those fucking there's no holes in the tent. It's just through that fucking unzipped zipper that they flew into that tent to get to the smell of the fucking tangy that had been in there. So when I opened that
I
tent, it was like
can't
it's
wait
like
for you to
not
write a
like
formal
there was no fresh
review.
compost, there was no rotting, fucking nothing other than like tangy had been in there. It's like what
I can't
better
wait.
fucking
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't wait for you to write your formal review to Alabrije where it states this shit's so good, fruit
sure.
flies love it.
No shit flies, dude. Like
Shit flies,
house
yeah, yeah.
flies. You like those, the fucking typical, and they were bad this year, dude. Yeah, there's look at
Also not a problem
they
I
were
have
so
to
bad I
deal
had
with
to hang one of
anymore.
those stupid fucking things for them.
Yeah, where my shop is, we fight those motherfuckers all day long. So we do like different. My mom does all her different hippie fucking bullshit to try and make it work. The worst being putting putting lavender, cold compressed lavender oil into little dishes throughout the office, which let me tell you, smells wonderful, will make you fall asleep in like 5 fucking minutes, dude. Not a thing for a productive day. But not enough of my mother's hippie instincts. We need to get back to we'll do things cheap your way, but I first we'll tease people because we're going to use this now. What I think the best option for cheap is probably do you need a quick turnaround? Are you going autos or are you going photos? Because I think the best option for cheap and utilizing everything is probably with your big bed of photo, right? Doing photos, but autos would be a quicker turnaround.
Quicker turnaround. So I think I'm gonna do the seed bomb thing on the 4x4 at least.
Oh hell yes.
So what I think I'm gonna do is do the seed bomb, the 4x4 again. But what I did on the outdoor grow, I'm gonna
Hmm.
do in the indoor grow. Um, which means I'm gonna have to watch because I'm gonna do it with regs again. I think I'm gonna
Yes.
do. I think I have some BGG old school stash that he sent me years ago that are blueberry auto
Ooh.
regs.
Ooh.
So I might throw those in, and there's a couple other fucking like old school. I might even have some J Merch type shit, dude. Um
Dude,
I
I like
think
where your
like
mind's going.
I got a bunch of old school regs, and I might just go through that stash and like just get rid of the old school stash because like
Might as well.
your
They're going
years, man.
bad.
Like we've been
Yeah.
doing this for a fucking while now. We've had a lot of friends for a lot of months, months and months and months and months. And when those
Days
months add
even.
up, they become years.
Days even. I've known some of these people
So,
for days.
well, when you know people for days, all you can do is smoke
Minutes.
haze because haze is better than the.
Don't you? You're good. I liked it. You were golden.
All the opposite.
The opposite.
Haze for days, baby. No, just so like we'll touch back on like the everybody getting together, everybody sharing their fucking excitement. Here's what I'm gonna say. Um, I not once gave a fuck. Other than the only time I remember what I smoked is tangy rainbows, and because we get to like Stony's after this fucking drive and the ball vapes out. Like I'm kind of late to the party. You guys have been hanging there for a little while, and I'm going, fuck, man, I just need a fucking joint. And you're like, Stony's got a station inside. And at this station, he's got this fucking tangy rainbows jar on display. Like if you've ever seen Beauty and the Beast, the Disney fucking movie, like the rose inside of that jar and as the petals fall,
That wasn't
that's how he.
rainbows, bro. That was RBX. That was the back cross, tangy RBX. In Stoney's big
Oh,
jar,
back
that
cross.
one
Okay,
big thing.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that
okay.
RBX.
All right. So
Tangy
yeah,
rainbows was howling.
I
But yes,
exactly. So
yeah.
I can't even get that right. So that's how much I paid
That's why
attention.
I'm
So
here, my friend.
having said that and not even getting that right, I could say this. Not one time did I take anything from anyone or smoke anything that was like, fuck, man. That's like, really? This
Dude,
is no, it was all fucking fantastic. There wasn't
it was
anything I
so
was like,
good.
why
We
would
have a
I not
community
want
of
to? Yeah,
talented people.
dude.
And at that
Yeah, no.
point, I mean, some of the stuff that we were trying was it was just incredible. We'll talk specifics as we go later, and I don't want to dump too much information, but I mean, some of the stuff that our friends have pressed or grown, you taste and you're like, holy shit, man. Like your stuff included, right? Like one of the downsides of flying and unfortunately having to fly next year too is like, I can't bring any of the flower that I grew. I couldn't show it off to you. Like I was able to try your stuff. I've tried everybody's stuff. I'm honored.
No, you didn't. Oh yeah, you did,
Your
but
hella jelly that was
the
pressed
hella
by
jelly, dude.
Too-Taw.
That was the only like I didn't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah.
I like that was the other thing. Like I had to drive through illegal states and
Yeah, you
shit.
didn't
So
want to
like
load up and shit. Yeah, yeah.
exactly, it was like, man, I don't want to press the fucking issue, man. I don't want to fucking like disobey laws when I'm out of state and shit. It's like I don't know what the fucking thing is.
You
So
just
like,
don't wanna get rolled when you're trying to make it to some of your
yeah,
friend's
dude,
house for some
man, I
special event.
hate the fact that we have to fucking live that way because I live so comfortably in New York. Like
Yeah. No, I feel you,
it
dude.
is their cannabis laws are relatively fucking lax. Like obviously it's just like they treat it like fucking alcohol, don't drink and drive and shit like type deal.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like laws are pretty fucking chill. So much so, like if you don't consume cannabis and you go to the New York State Fair, like you're probably gonna get offended because the New York State Fair like smells like fucking weed. Like
Well, what I
uh
really like, and is not usually something I bring up, is positives about other states. But I think New York handled it the best when it came to consumption publicly. Anywhere that you're allowed to smoke a cigarette, you can smoke a joint, which is like California's not that way. But I also where I live, you wouldn't want that rule because you can't smoke a cigarette anywhere, so it would do you no good.
yeah,
But
right.
like California's weird about smoking, so
Yeah.
it's I like it. It's a very interesting way to do it, and I very rarely say something positive about a state with their laws,
Dude,
but that is like
I'm
legit.
the
I
same
think
way.
that's
Like
perfect. Yeah.
I most of it is one of the most liberating fucking laws. Like I hate all the fucking laws. I hate the fact that there's any in regards to a plant. Like, is this the only plant fucking regulated by law? Like,
Let's see. No, there's quite a few. Um, most invasive
mushrooms,
species,
mushrooms,
invasive
yeah,
mushrooms, which are not a plant. They are separate
or
on the
fungi,
tree of
yeah,
life.
I guess, yeah.
The invasive plants, right? There's a bunch of invasive plants, but also opium, right?
Oh yeah, opium. Yeah, I
You
guess
could
that's.
argue that if you consider
But don't like so.
alcohol an
I don't
organic
understand
thing,
opium. I don't
distilling
understand opium enough. Like, don't you have to
in
like make
general,
it like
or
in general?
how
Like,
to synthesize it?
no,
Is
like
that
what's the
wow?
like? Opium becomes heroin at some point, right?
Yes,
So, but like you have to like concentrate the shit out of it. You got to do something special
you
to it,
have to
right?
process it. Yes,
Exactly.
there
So
are
in
there are like, but opium like itself isn't as processed. And I'm not going to get into over a recorded process and podcast the
no,
process
I'm
of
not asking
making
that. We shouldn't sit
heroin
here
and
and
or
talk about
opium
how to cook
from the
heroin
opium
or
plant.
whatever the fuck, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
But let's just
But
say there are very, very strict distinctions on what is and isn't legal, and I wouldn't care to give any false information.
yeah.
So, but I will
But
say that the
so
California state flower is a poppy, right? California poppy, just
that's
as a fun tidbit. But let's
yeah.
get back. I do want to. I'm getting fucking hungry, and there are things that I want to talk about.
Me
Unfortunately,
too. I'm starving. So if
yeah, I
you're
haven't
hungry and
eaten
I'm
since
fucking
I,
3 hours
dude.
ahead, behind
Yeah,
you.
yeah, you're ahead.
Head? Head. Yeah.
You're ahead, baby.
I
All
don't remember
about that
how time
head.
works.
No, you're good. The
20 bucks is 20 bucks, baby.
20, that's right. So we're gonna do the spray and pray technique on the bed, the seed bomb. I love the 2x4. Are you gonna reserve that for photos? Are you gonna do more autos? You're gonna do earth boxes, I assume, because we're not gonna be buying new systems. Oh no, no, your propagation tent has the tray to grow.
Try to
The
go.
two
Yep.
by four is still earth boxes.
Earth box. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll keep the one earth box. And so that fucking Humboldt fucking mystery bullshit, dude,
It's
is
still
out there
going.
flowering. Yeah, it's outside flowering.
Wow.
I so bad want to try and take cuts of that motherfucker or uproot it again into a big ass fucking pot. Like maybe can I get a 30-gallon into the 2x4?
Can I put a stop to that one? Don't bring it
Don't do
outdoors
that.
into indoors again. Leave it outdoors.
But I wanna I
If
wanna
you're gonna
take
clone
cuts
it,
to try and
I
fucking
know.
clone it.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna clone it, you have to actually like keep it in the tent, the propagation tent. I'm forgetting the word where you watch over it for
Isolate,
the first, isolate it and quarantine it. You have to
quarantine.
quarantine it because
Yeah.
if you just bring it in, you're gonna have such a nightmare in that 2x4 again that I do not want you to get discouraged
So
with it. So just don't bring the
I
whole
would
plant in.
I have Captain Jack's
Yes,
sitting right there, so I could fucking, like,
but
dunk
why
the
invite
motherfucker.
problems when you could just do something else?
Yeah, the problem is they are so far into flower too. I don't even know if this
You'd
is
have
gonna
to,
work.
yeah. Well, also at the end of the day, do whatever the fuck you want, right? Who am I?
I don't know. So, the moral to that story is I don't know what the fucking plans for the 2x4 are, but the
We're
four
gonna
by 4 is
start.
getting the fucking autoflower bomb, dude.
Okay, so we're gonna start by cleaning,
Cleaning.
and we will check in next time we record, which we will be
Oh, fuck, dude,
doing.
you know how bad like, I'm trying to finish my house, dude. You're gonna put me to it?
Yeah, dude, you
I
need medicine.
I
You're
dude,
gonna get
yeah,
fucking
yeah, because
medicine. We're
the
gonna.
autoflower bomb, I'm like, "Dad, I need a jar.
No, dude,
Dad,
and
I
I
need a
like.
jar.
I
Dad, I need a
legitimately.
jar."
I wanna do more on that penny pinching thing, so we're gonna use that as an excuse. I wanna do more of the shit that Yag has fucking been talking about behind the scenes that we have yet to move on, right? So, it's the perfect timing. So, I am gonna push you like a dickhead, and then you're gonna tell me to stop, and I'm gonna be like, "Okay, I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna
Please don't yell at
start
me."
by watering this motherfucker in with
There you
guess what?
go.
The duck pond water.
Fuck yeah, dude. You're gonna
I'm
get that
actually
shit
gonna take
bacteria
the
going.
fucking backwash out of the fucking filter, so I'm gonna get all the fucking
Hell
shit
yeah.
out of the fucking and I'm gonna fill that in. I'm gonna water the bed in with
Fuck
that to
yeah.
get everything fucking jumped off and
We are gonna go from
life
there. I
to
love
it.
it.
And then I'm gonna go reach for some fucking worms down in the big ass dude. The last time I checked in on the fucking worm bin,
Oh yeah.
it was like there was castings on top. Like
Oh yeah.
there was no
It's it
food
needs
left, and it
yeah.
was like literally castings.
Oh yeah.
I just broke something. Oh, it didn't break, but yeah. So I gave it some food and shit, and it's probably time to go check in on that now
Fuck
and
yeah.
grab some
Well,
fajitas because I got
fuck yeah,
fajitas.
dude. I'm
Man.
doing enchiladas.
Fuck
I do want
yeah.
to make before I'm gonna do a little selfish plugs here. The selfish plug. That's funny. What a dumb thing to say. I just planted. I'm still waiting on some things to come up, right? So I'm gonna give a quick rundown. I am doing Hammerhead, which was the first one to pop, and Jordan Stretch from Alabrije in my 2 boxes in the Alabrije tent. I'm doing Drowsy, which is Gannick's project, as my canna bonsai for the Alabrije
That's from like
contest.
his stash.
No, for his seed preservation thing that he did. Got his hands. I got some stuff going behind the scenes with him and some the Tres Amigos that I'll save for another episode. Those are the Alabri. Those are going to be in the Alabrije tent. I got Mango Crush from Cat Daddy Rain, I believe. I always forget his handle, but he sent me that. I'm really excited for that. And Chocolate Frogs from Uncle Bob. And I forgot to mention Jordan Stretch from Alabrije is going in the
Yo,
Earth box
shout out
with
Uncle fucking Bob too, dude.
dude.
Fuck
That's
that.
yeah.
I forgot about the dude. He fucking.
That's the
I'm like
worm
walking through
compost bin.
Howling's
Yeah,
house, and he fucking like opens up this goddamn box of like pottery he's made, and I just had sent my sister a fucking picture of like worm composting in her bins outside, like to get her like, you know what I mean, like. It's like a bury in thing, and he opens up a fucking box of them of shit he's made, and I
yeah.
was like, "Dude, what the
So
fuck? You are fucking tits, man."
a couple of weeks before that, he had talked and we met. He asked if I would put one in an Earth box and he'd make a short one. So I did. And it's in my Earth box now. I'm going to fuck around with it and find out with Jordan Stretch from Alabrije. So that's coming in. So that's the Alabrije tent, the Mango Crush, and his Chocolate Frogs, Uncle Bob. And then I've got Spotless Mind from Night Owl and fucking Cumin, who wonderful human being that I love deeply, sent me Space Station Orange that I'm also growing in that. So that was very quick what I've got growing. We'll report on this all later. As you can tell, we're very hungry. But do you have anything to add before I jump into the sermon?
Uh, no, actually.
I'm sorry to cut you off so
What?
quickly, dude. We could have gone on forever, but
Nah,
I gotta
we're
eat
fucking.
after. I paddled out earlier
I'm
today and I
starving,
haven't
man.
eaten
I'm
since like a
starving. There's
dumb
no
shit.
cutoff. I think we should end the episode. So,
Eh, yeah.
how about because it is Sunday, you bless us with a sermon, sir?
Yeah, man. I got one sort of prepared a little bit. It's going to fail in comparison to anything that actually was prepared. But I want to touch briefly on something we mentioned earlier about everybody coming out and meeting and it being really good. And that's great. Everybody there had a rewarding experience. But I also want you to know that if you are feeling left out or you're afraid to get involved and stuff like that, you do not have to at all. Everybody is very welcoming. Everybody loves new people. Like, trust me, if you want to be a part of a community, I do not know a better one with cooler people. If you feel nervous, you shouldn't. Everybody, and I said this at the time, we're full of degenerate fucking weirdos. Everybody has their own thing. You don't need to stress, right? Like, if you have anxiety, so does fucking everyone else that I was standing around in a circle. Like, just
Yeah,
you'll
dude. It was
find
big
somebody,
enough.
dude.
Fucking yeah, man.
Yeah. Um, and I want to thank everyone again for coming out, man. It was a truly life fucking memorable experience. Don't be a dick. Mind your own business and go with Frog.
Amen. And thanks for listening. This episode was sponsored by Albury Genetics.
There you go. Big shout out. Go watch his fucking cultivation episode too. It was dope.